Welcome back to Team Fat Kid Choose a Fat. I'm Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis.
This is Dolly.
At least he got the fade out right.
Yeah, he did. Like last time, I just cut it off. It's like, oh shit! Welcome back, guys. It is Monday. Alex, you want to go? How the fuck was your week, or do we just want to talk about it?
I mean, yeah. Let's
Hey,
just
you know,
talk
like
about it.
let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Then it's how the fuck was your week?
Oh, you fucking dick! Yeah, I had an interesting week. That's for damn sure. Started off normal and everything. Granted, you know, we did the one chip challenge last week, and luckily it didn't affect me the next day. I got lucky on that one.
I'm kind of with you.
Yeah, it didn't affect me the next day.
The rest of the night.
Yeah, like you had upset stomach. Yeah, like the cramps. Like I felt. Yeah, no.
I think I know what women are talking about.
Yeah, no. After feeling that, yeah, I'm.
The couch was my friend.
Yes, you saw.
I found as long as I was laying down, I was good.
I was fine until I actually stood up and started
once
walking
you start
around.
moving around,
That's
it's
whenever
over.
I was like,
Like,
oh god, I was pretty much doubled over a couple times. Hey, this is a normal week there up until about Friday night, and on Friday night the butcher got fired.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're not going to say about what happened that night. We're just going to just leave it at that because I'm going to take the high road and everything because, well, that's me. But hey, you know what? On the bigger and better things.
You take the high road. I'll take the low road.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, no. So I'm gonna try and up more hours at the restaurant and everything, and then we got the food truck gonna be already started up pretty soon. So hopefully get on there for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we get this bitch started up. But that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah. But other than that, it's kind of weird being off the last 2 days. I'm not used to that shit. Not being off during the day on Saturday or Sunday, actually able to watch a football game.
Is that, yeah?
You said you went to brunch too.
Yeah, I went to brunch on Saturday. I was not used to that on us being there instead of being at work.
You went to brunch on Saturday. Do people do brunch on Saturday?
Yeah.
I thought it was a Sunday thing.
Man, people do brunch all the time.
I did brunch every single day, man. Like,
True that.
I'd say I did brunch this morning, but it was too fucking early. That was actually breakfast. I almost regret it.
When does breakfast become brunch?
I don't know,
Is
but
there
I mean, like I feel
specific
like
time. It's
I
like
think
right.
like
It is now
10:30
10 o'clock.
Like 10:30. You know, like how it is at McDonald's and everything. Because once it's 10:30, that's it. No more breakfast. It's all lunch meals.
I know you still got eggs back there, bro. Throw it on top of my burger. We're gonna do brunch at McDonald's.
Exactly.
I brought my own bottle. Let me get the orange soda. I know you got orange juice. Like,
Damn right, man. I want some orange juice.
Billy's getting official with this shit. Hold on.
uh-oh.
Brunch is between the hours of 11 and 4.
That makes way more sense because I feel like we brunch like closer to the 4.
I was gonna say, like, I'm usually
Look,
having
I
breakfast
feel like
around
at that
4:30,
point,
so.
I don't know if it's brunch if you're getting into the 4 p.m. Now you're in Brenner.
Brenner.
Like,
Brenner?
if you're 85 eating
Or
breakfast,
is it
at
Lunner?
like-
Is it Lunner or Brenner?
Well, it
Or
wouldn't
is
be.
it
It
a
wouldn't be
Br- or
Lunner.
was it
Br-
a
That would
Brunner?
be lunch and dinner. If you're eating breakfast, it would definitely either be Brenner or
How about
Breakner.
Brunner?
Brunner.
Yeah.
It's that you don't need lunch. There's no Brunner. It's
I mean,
dinner. It would be Brenner, not Brunner.
It has to be
It's a combination.
Lunner because lunch comes before dinner.
Yeah.
So you'd use the first part of lunch. You're right.
Well,
No, I'm saying
breakfast,
you wouldn't
lunch,
use
dinner,
the first
so
part of
Brunner.
lunch. I wouldn't use lunch at all. It would be Brenner. Breakfast for dinner. Brenner.
Hey, I like breakfast for dinner. That's a good
Yeah, I
night.
like-
That's a good night.
Brenner. Look.
That's a good time.
I just
every
call
now
it
and then.
food. I mean,
Let's go ahead and mark that time. Dilly, mark that time. We breakfast for dinner is called
Brenner.
Brenner, and
Brenner,
it was
from now
quoted
on.
here first.
That's right. That's,
It is now official.
Dolly noted. Stats.
Heard.
What?
What if you're eating spaghetti for breakfast?
I was going to bring that up.
Is
I
it
like how you went.
spaghetti
She went
or
to time. I was just going to
SpaghettiOs?
say, what if you're doing dinner for breakfast? Because then you have to switch it around. It's no longer Brenner. Is it now like because you're eating dinner at breakfast? Wouldn't it be like Deckfist? I was going to go something different, but
I
the
was gonna
letters that line up
Are you
there.
talking about Dick Fist?
No, Dykefest. Dykefest was where I was heading, but I could be Dickfest. I don't know. Either way, they're kind of the same
Could
thing.
it be Brecken?
They're almost the same thing.
Release the
But no, because I mean, again, it would be that's breakfast for, like, well, I don't know what that is.
I
That's,
mean,
that would be
it's-
Breckner.
It's too difficult. Usually, if I'm eating dinner for breakfast, it's still cold. It's like cold spaghetti.
Yes.
SpaghettiOs out of
cold
the can,
pizza.
bro.
You know, it's like I'm not.
Just open the can up.
Like I've eaten cold rice, dude. Like it's just like that microwave is like way too far away. It's like you're standing in front.
It's 2 feet away.
Yeah, but then I gotta wait like a minute and a half.
Hold on now. You're talking about eating all this cold shit in the morning. I need clarification on time in the morning. Because 4 o'clock in the morning, does that count as breakfast, or do we need to come up with a new meal?
That's fifth meal.
That's not breakfast or dinner. And that can't
Taco
be.
Bell
That's
did
fifth
fourth
meal,
meal
right?
a long
Yeah.
ass time ago.
So I mean,
fourth. Yours would be fifth.
does that count as breakfast?
That's called a drunk feast.
Julie, go back on the Google Fest. What time does breakfast start? And I don't care about McDonald's. Like every time he was searching, it would be like, what time does breakfast in at McDonald's? Like, no. What time does brunch start?
It gives you
Yeah,
a
what
list.
time does breakfast at McDonald's?
Why is Days In the first thing I opened?
All right. That's okay. I like the answer because, you know, it's a hotel. I feel like they start breakfast when breakfast starts. So they start at 6.
I feel like that's
What time's the breakfast at your hotel start? Or did it used to start? I don't know if it happened
Still
during
6.
COVID.
6:30.
Still 6.
Yeah, 6:30.
All right. And I mean, even
Oh, that's
fucking
right. That's why
even,
those supposed to be there by
even
6.
fucking Hardee's opens at like what, 5?
yeah,
Yeah,
5 o'clock.
I think
So
Hardee's
you're saying
open at
6 to 9 is
I-
breakfast? That's it. You get 3 hours.
It said 9:30. I think we're gonna go from like 5 to 10:30 though, because we said that brunch and or lunch would
Okay.
start around
11.
10:30
Okay, so
or
at
11.
4 a.m. you're still on fourth meal.
Yeah, 6 to 11.
Fourth meal.
You're
Heard.
still on fourth meal.
All right. So technically you're not eating it for breakfast.
But if
Every one of
it-
them.
okay, wait.
Don't say
Here's the discrepancy. I think breakfast starts when you wake up and don't go back to sleep.
There you go.
When you wake up and eat something and you're not going back to sleep, like it's not like I
That's
can't
just
call it a
something.
midnight stack at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. You're on fourth meal, bro.
It's 11sies.
Yeah.
Well, now see, now we're
a
gonna,
midnight snack is like around midnight.
that gets into a whole different theme here then, because especially for us restaurant people, what if you're a night shift guy
Yeah.
and you don't wake up every day until 3 p.m.? Is breakfast
If you
now
woke up at
during
3, bro,
dinner?
you're late.
Well, I'm
You're
just
supposed
saying.
to be there at 3.
Well, let's say you're a 5 to 2er every day. You go in at 5, you get off at like 2:33 in the morning every day. Does that mean that breakfast is now normal people dinner time, or is it still dinner and you're just eating dinner at like? How does that work out?
Probably eating their
Weird thing,
breakfast
such
for
a
lunch
rabbit hole right now.
because they went to IHOP after they got off shift. Because let's be honest, like that is when they're gonna eat. Like,
All right,
yeah.
so again,
they're
like,
gonna eat possibly before work. They're gonna snack on some crap during work. After work, they're going to Taco Bell or IHOP.
well,
'Cause that's the only thing. Well, I mean,
yeah.
there are other
Is
fast
that-
food establishments that serve.
If they go to IHOP when they get off work, does that count as dinner because they had breakfast for quote unquote their dinner? Or is that technically
do
breakfast
serve
because
cheese-
now we're so far back around
They
into the
serve
day?
cheeseburgers.
Or is it fourth meal? Not breakfast. It wouldn't be breakfast, but is it fourth meal?
IHOP.
Or is it dinner? I mean, at what?
Waffle House.
Yeah, I got.
It's complex.
I
It's
just,
a very complex.
I just
stuff.
want to mind fuck everybody real quick.
Uh,
Like,
But again, like so, if you again breakfast is like even if you wake up at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, most people that we know are not going to eat at that point in time.
most people I know don't eat breakfast.
They're going to wake up, they're going to get in the shower, they're going to haul ass to work because that's pretty much all we do.
Yeah.
Like it's like you don't wake up,
You clock in, then you eat.
you don't wake up, watch the news with a cup of coffee, and then go fix yourself some eggs, bacon, and toast. Then jump in the shower, get ready for work, and then go to work. Like no, man. Like you wake up, and like I have 20 minutes before I got to be out of this fucking house. Like, it's like
You know what the industry's breakfast is? Nicotine and an energy
Yeah.
drink.
Well, I was gonna say coffee and a
coffee and
cigarette,
yeah,
or whatever, caffeine.
the Marco White.
but- Oh my god, this is the new generation. He can't even say coffee and a cigarette anymore. It's nicotine and an energy drink. We can't even get specific anymore. Like what? I don't know. It's probably some kind of dip or
Blueberry vape
or vape or like
Yeah.
just nicotine and an energy drink. That's all.
And
We're not
coffee
even gonna get
falls
specific.
under the
It does
energy
fall under
drink
the energy
category.
drink. Yeah.
Do you want a hot energy drink or do you want a cold energy drink?
This suddenly reminds me of the hipster on the motorcycle.
Oh, that guy with the shorty shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That
have
was
some
weird.
questions.
It's weird.
I don't want
It
to
was
know.
weird.
Tilly, how the fuck was your week?
Wow.
That was a segue. Now,
That
that's a
shit went
segue
way
right
off track.
Oh, birthday last week, and then
Yay, not even on the right
whatever
screen.
it's me. But
Can't-
birthday last week. That's pretty much it.
Wow, that's all right. Come on,
He was
Like,
off.
He was off.
Yeah, I was.
yeah.
I worked 2 days.
I get it, but birthday last week. That's pretty much. That's all you have to say. Like, I mean,
I
I
actually
know.
didn't-
I know you got something for your birthday.
Oh yeah, I got a bow and arrow. It's nice.
I shouldn't have to prompt you for this.
Julie's gonna lose a finger.
I mean, if I do, you'll know where.
You'll shoot your eye out.
As long as it's on,
That's
as
a
long
challenge
as
I'm
it's
not
on
willing
video.
to commit to.
You wear glasses, it's fine.
As long as it's on video,
Right.
it's fine.
So I mean,
I'm
I
not
don't,
gonna record myself.
If the inevitable is going to happen,
You have to set up
Set up a tripod and then, all right, guys, I'm shooting it. Goes up in the air.
Look, you don't have to
lands on
talk
my
to
foot.
anything.
Like,
it's like a whole new fucking level of lawn darts, dude.
we can just put the GoPro on and mount it to your head or chest. I mean, like,
Somewhere close to his face.
you know. It's, I'll be honest. I feel like the reaction, even if we don't see it happen, the oh fuck afterwards would be priceless. And from your point of view, might be even better. I don't know if we just mount it to your head. You know.
I think something terribly went wrong.
that'd be one hell of a damn dually moment. How the fuck did you shoot yourself with a bow and arrow?
I was thinking more the bow would take your finger out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a compound bow.
That's quite
Yeah.
why
it's
I
more,
would.
yeah.
I know how to hold a bow and arrow.
Let's see.
But do you know how to shoot? a bow?
I can hold it. It looks very pretty.
I'm fucking Robin Hood, bitches.
What a little job.
sorry. Julie's a little younger. He's the Green Arrow.
Oh yes.
I
know who the fuck
Robin
Robin
Hood
Hood
is.
is, bro.
Yeah, but have you seen the Disney version where he's a fox?
Yes.
Okay. Then you're allowed.
And this week, I get to work all mornings, and me and Jason get to set up the pizza oven. So that'll be great.
The pizza.
Is that
I
what
like
we're
how-
calling it?
I like how you narrow it down to like one specific piece of equipment that we
Well-
have to plug in.
I was gonna say.
It's
The
like-
hardest part is going to be lifting the bitch. So
No.
First off, like, are you
I was gonna ask you first.
are you lifting it?
The pizza oven?
Yeah. Are you man
Dude.
lifting it?
It's not like you're not even. It's not like what it sounds like.
Okay.
It's,
it's
not
not
that.
it's not a
intense.
brick oven. or
It's
anything.
it's
Well, no, I'm thinking
it's
like
2020, bitch. Everything is gonna go wrong, but but it is a modern ventless like oven. It's basically the oven version of an air fryer, dude.
Okay.
Like it is like designed to. It's a unitasker. It makes one fucking thing and it does it in 90 seconds.
Okay.
It's like,
The first thing Jason says to me, he's like, "Hey, what's the like?
yeah, that was good.
What's like the actual term, like the actual chef name of a pizza chef?"
that was really close.
Yeah, it's what was it again?
Pizzaiolo.
Pizziolo. And then Jason's like, "Hey, that's what we're gonna be next week." I'm like,
Sounds good, right?
fuck you.
She's like, how the fuck?
and for first thing I said to him, I'm like, "Of course it'd be me. I'd be the first one."
Julie, have you ever made pizzas in bulk?
I mean,
No.
That's yeah.
That's
well,
gonna
I mean,
be
we have
fun.
the right stuff.
When does this start?
I don't know yet.
I mean, like, hold on. I'm assuming he's got to make the dough every time, right? Like, you have a dough ball, he's making.
We have to make the dough ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is once again even better. So, making pizza in bulk, therefore, Dooley's going to be pressing out a shit ton of dough. And when does this start? Is this is this going to be up and running next week?
No, we're trying to get it done this week.
Sweet. So next
So
Monday
not
we can ask
only-
Dooley how his week was, and we need to revisit this
I
moment
fucking
here
hate pizza.
because I'm not gonna lie, like you can get good at it, but
It takes practice.
it does. And if you've never done it, and I just,
Like, you remember where we worked?
yeah,
Similar setup.
I'm not gonna give a last name here, but I'm thinking like Jose was a motherfucker on those pizzas, man.
Similar setup.
He was a boss.
Like, I'm utilizing the knowledge that I have to make this fucking happen. But they're only 14-inch pizzas, so it's not. Damn, bro.
It's sad that it's a brand new phone and the damn sound's supposed to be off.
You know how to work that thing?
Damn,
Yeah,
a lot of times.
no, I do know.
There's like a little switch on the side.
It's actually down.
Epic fail. Anyway,
Did they even give you a case for that thing?
No.
Jason,
Yo,
how the fuck was your week?
I was gonna go you first.
Well, I mean, okay.
I mean, our week was very similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you want to cover? Because most of our week has been. You know what? I'll start. We'll
You know what?
We'll do something different.
I've been on vacation.
That's exactly what I was saying. I'm on vacation. Ironic that I'm back here as I'm on vacation. But I mean, I went down to the Outer Banks, got a timeshare down there.
What?
It's
You
off
fancy.
season.
You fancy.
And they still have the COVID mandate, so bars close. Well,
When
bars
Jason
stop
told me
serving
that
at
shit,
11.
I was like, is there other shit we don't know about Alex? Like, when the fuck did he ever have a
I
timeshare?
remember him telling me.
I haven't been in fucking like 8 to 12 years. I don't know. It's been a long fucking time.
Alex has told me about the timeshare, but he never goes. So like, it's like.
Hey, I had the opportunity this year.
And that is the sound that
That's
it
the sound
makes.
of shit leaving Jason's brain. Just, I don't need that shit anymore.
Delete it.
I mean, I do the same thing. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, no, I started vacation. It was nice. And other than that, I've spent quite a bit of time cleaning my house and trying to get some chores done for our other venture.
Yep, I spent a lot of time cleaning the house too, but I wasn't on vacation. Actually, I lie. I spent like one day doing it.
Well, I mean, I cleaned the house before I went on vacation. That luckily wasn't my vacation, but
I mean, yeah, you did a lot in one day.
Yeah, okay, I said it.
oh, I did a lot. I did a lot in one day because I did not jack shit for like 3 days, and then was like,
Well, we had the
I love
fridge
how
door.
she's shaking her head. Like,
oh, she knows. Yeah, no, because she was giving me shit about it. I was like, this is what I'm gonna get done today, and then the next day I would just like double the list. It went from like one item to 2, and then the third day it was like 2 items to 4,
Took a 6-hour
and then I was like,
nap.
And then
all
you-
right, I really got to do some
Then,
shit.
then you like start on the first item, and then you become ADD, and like, you go like, oh, like now all of a sudden it's like compulsive disorder. Like you just like, I gotta clean this. Oh, I gotta, and like, and you're halfway done with one room, and now you're in another room. And you only did half of that shit because you figured, like, you walked to put something in another room, and then you started cleaning that one.
Let me put the vacuum away. Oh my god,
really
this
need to
closet
clean
needs to
this
be organized. You take something from one closet to another closet, you end up in that room, and you're like, shit, did I take those dishes downstairs? The dishwasher hasn't started yet; it's on delay. I'll just add this to the dishwasher. Well, now there's not enough room. What do I pull out? All right.
Why
Like-
are you pulling shit out? Like, just all right, dude. At this point in time, and you just got to sacrifice and wash some shit by hand. Like it's like,
That's what happened. That's what happened. Just saying, I get the process.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
there
the
with you.
process.
I'm 100% there with you. Like yesterday, like because when we put the French doors in, like then you realize like the bed is way too close to the door. Like, the doors won't open.
Vacuuming is what kills me because vacuuming. I have a.
You gotta get a robot dog.
No. Well, all right, fine.
Well, not a robot dog.
That would be the only type of robot that can vacuum my house because like I got stairs and shit you don't have to worry about. And
Yeah, that's true.
but I mean,
Still gotta watch that bitch.
I
Dude,
walk
she
from room to
fucking-
room
she'll
with,
fucking
like,
tangle some shit up.
when
quick.
I vacuum, I don't look at the floor that much though. Like I'll be like, okay, like straight lines here, a little bit. You know, you do
Were you
your
just staring
segments,
at the
whatever.
ceiling?
No, I'm looking around the room, and that's the problem. Is I'll see some shit while I'm vacuuming and be like, oh, I'll just turn this off and take this upstairs real quick, and then I'm like, that's
vacuum,
again, like
vacuum sits in the middle of the living room for 2 days.
Yes.
Forgot to turn it off. Just,
It's more of like a 20-minute diversion. I'm just like, I'm going to take these 3 things upstairs. And then I get upstairs and I'm like, well, I'll just organize this for a minute. And then I end up like in the bathroom cleaning something because, you know, for some reason I still have nail clippers on the nightstand. I got to take those into the bathroom. And then I get in the bathroom and I'm like, well, I got to fold these towels and I'll put them away real quick. And then, I don't know.
your house becomes more of a mess than you were actually trying to clean it. Like,
Well, that probably happens often.
Well, it's like I rearranged the bedroom. And when you rearrange the bedroom, that entails some sort of cleaning because you're like, holy shit, there is a lot of dust behind this thing.
The problem is, do you ever feel like you just have like a pile of stuff? It may be changing stuff, but it's usually the same amount of stuff that just moves from room to room. Like when you clean one room, you're like, oh, but this needs to go over here. And you move that shit to the next room, and then you clean the next room, and you have like the same.
You just keep
And
moving
there's like
it.
3 boxes of shit that just go from room to room when you clean them.
And then you just end up putting it back where it started from.
Probably. Just
Out of nowhere.
rotational shit. I don't know.
I don't know where Kelsey just looks at you. Why is the laundry in the bathroom?
That's where I haven't cleaned that one yet.
I mean, I have a mini golf set in the bathroom right now.
All the way down.
Let that sink in.
You have a mini golf set in your bathroom?
It's not set
Potty
up,
golf?
but yeah.
Is it
It's rollable. Like I could
the
easily just
pooper
roll it out.
putter?
And, yeah, like where you're sitting on the potty and yeah.
It goes off against
Well, that
the-
the noise there might not have been the best.
yeah, that was not the noise that
I've definitely thought about pulling it
anything
out.
in golf makes.
You thought about anyway. Yeah.
Putt.
Do we want to touch on our adventures?
Thus far, yeah, man, let's go for it. Look,
So truck issues. We had our soft open. Obviously, we've already talked about that, and we had some flat top issues, and it's
a bigger issue than we anticipated.
I mean, again, I guess I'm glad we're getting it done before we open, and hopefully we get it done before we open. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than we expected, I guess.
So basically, what it boils down to is the gas lines aren't big enough to pump through the BTUs that we need. He said something about because the equipment that we have requires more BTUs, and there's restrictor points going all the way through, and so they keep downsizing the line so that
Smaller and smaller.
So by
and
the
smaller.
time it gets to the flat
But
top,
then-
there's fucking
no,
nothing.
then it goes in and then it disperses, and then when it disperses, what's shooting into, I don't know, whatever that thing's called, the thing that has all the hoses connected to
the
it.
doohickey.
I am a cook, not a fucking gas propane fucking
engineer guy.
yeah.
This is why we are not doing it ourselves.
Yeah, so
and
the
someone
gas line basically goes into this pipe. This pipe has 6 fucking holes in it, and you screw the fucking 6 hoses into that go to the 6 pieces of equipment. Some of them require less BTUs, some of them require way more. And so
the regulator and piping that we currently have is meant for
I'm pretty sure the regulator that we have on there now
Oh, yes,
is
but-
good.
We'll get to that in just a second. But the regulator and piping that we had was only meant to run maybe 2 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
And so we just obviously we're not getting enough gas. But yeah, no, the new regulator, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I wish I would have taken a picture of the new one. I took
mean,
a picture of the old one, so I
both
wanted
of-
the before and after picture.
Both of them are on the truck. I mean, we could put them side by side. Long story short, ours compared to the new
when
one.
he pulled out the new one.
It's the size of my head.
Yeah,
It's pretty big.
So most people know, there's a regulator on a gas grill.
Yeah.
That was about the size of the one on the truck. The new one is the size of a dessert plate.
I mean, it's like a fucking cantaloupe, man.
It's like a fucking cantaloupe,
That's
man.
not an exaggeration. That's a pretty accurate
Yeah,
depiction.
it's about the circumference of a cantaloupe now.
Admittedly, it's not completely round, but if you take a disc, and it does have a port on the front and on the
bread
sides,
plate, a bread plate would be a good.
yeah, it's big, and the door almost wouldn't shut when they installed it. They had to turn it at an angle.
They had to turn it a
to
specific
fit it
way
in.
and then bolt it in so that the door would close. Yeah.
It was big.
The producer's pretty mad at us. I'm not even gonna look at her right now because you can imagine what that face is like.
Disappointment.
And that hurts.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Well,
So there's some replumbing of our propane situation.
happening now. Well, not right now. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Hopefully they get it done. They seem like they're pretty good at what they do,
Yes.
except for the fact that when
Stress that we have
we have an event on Saturday and we should be getting the truck back on Friday. So
I'm thinking earlier than that, but
okay, they understand
no,
our distress.
they know we have an event Saturday.
Yeah.
So
They were trying to all right, I need at least these 3 pieces of equipment to work, and they're like, we might be able to get that done. And then at this point in time, we're like, screw it. Do we want to talk about the rivets?
oh yeah, no.
What in the
We are-
actual fuck?
I have to admit that was better than we expected.
It was a last minute idea.
I'm surprised that you caught that. the equipment was bolted
Thanks,
into the.
Alex.
Well, we did.
I'm
We hadn't.
surprised you caught that.
We hadn't caught it before.
I'm not Dooley.
We hadn't caught it before. Some of that equipment was pretty close next to each other. It was tough to see. So
No, yeah. So yeah, fuck the rivets.
even there were 2 rivets that we didn't even know about.
Three.
Three
There was
rivets
3 back there.
going in that we didn't know about that we had to take out last minute. And luckily, yeah, the propane shop that we have this truck at let us kind of sit in their parking lot for 15 minutes as they were waiting to lock up because we had.
We encountered a couple extra issues.
There were some bolts that just didn't want to move, and there was 3
So,
rivets that we did not
so,
foresee.
okay, so
they came out with 2 fucking ball peen hammers. They're like, y'all need this shit. We're like, I think they're about done. Maybe. Like,
I'm
Hold,
sure.
please.
I'm sure it sounded absurd in there. Boom, boom. Like
are they installing new shit?
we were in there like a NASCAR crew. All right, so everyone at home, so our truck, the way it was designed, and engineers don't ever anticipate shit needing to be worked on. I can get it in there.
And it won't move.
Yeah.
We actually that was
It is in there and it is secure.
the guy that worked on the truck was like what did he say? Like he fitted
like-
this for drag racing.
Yeah, he's like,
you
no, they
guys
made
can
sure
drag
you
race
could
it."
drag race this motherfucker. He's like, because they ain't shit moving. Like, so
Yes.
basically, when the engine, I'm gonna call him an engineer. When they installed the equipment, they started at one end,
And
bolt it, rivet it, put new equipment in. Now we're talking about the sides. Like they bolted and riveted things on the sides, and then they slapped another piece of equipment up and bolted and riveted that in. And so they worked all the way down the truck from one end to the other. So in our truck, there's no extra room.
No, there is no extra.
We took every foot that we had and we put something in there. So from wall to wall, there is equipment. So in order for you to get to the flat top,
Which is the last piece of
the
equipment
very
on
first
the line.
one they installed, you would have to remove
Everything else.
And lucky for us, they riveted everything in instead of using bolts, so that we could, take the bolts out. Maybe even place them in a spot where you could get
how many drill bits did you use?
3 drill bits.
We have a 4th on
No,
deck.
4 because we used the one I had.
Okay, well I'm
And
not
then we
counting
bought-
that one.
Because when
That one counts.
me
Okay,
and
fine.
Dennis
I-
went back to
doesn't-
Home Depot,
doesn't-
there's 2.
There's 2 left.
Yeah, there's 2 left. I was like,
We bought
fuck
both.
it, just take both of them. Like,
As I said, we still have one on deck, but
I stuck one in my pocket too. So
that's
We
that's
are-
the one on
Oh,
deck.
okay, yeah.
We are definitely going back and putting bolts in that shit. So that we could always remove a single piece of equipment. Well, I don't know if that's going to work 100%, but it should be a lot easier.
We won't have to drill rivets next time.
Yeah. So,
I sent that picture to one of my people that does stuff, construction shit.
good job.
He does a lot of stuff with taking out rivets, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck all that shit." Like,
Luckily, we did have, and the drill made it.
Drill, yeah, we
I was like, we left the house, and I was like,
Without a backup
shit,
battery.
Dude, I only brought the battery that's on the drill, and we're halfway there, and I was like, oh shit.
and they were close, so we were rushing.
So, long story short, we got them all drilled out. It was the last 15 minutes of sweat. It was hot as shit in there,
Oh, it was a push.
and we got it all done. All the equipment is detached from the wall, so that I'm gonna call them the propane engineers, can get back behind the equipment, pull the equipment out, so that they can actually plumb,
in, yeah.
and they're going to
Put new tubing in.
they're gonna make sure that
The tubing fits what we
everything
need.
works.
and actually maybe this time they'll test it before
They give it back.
they give it to us and tell us to go have fun. This is not fun. This whole experience has not been a lot of fun. But on the flip side, when we got to the truck today, when we went to pick up the truck, so
Oh,
they slid some cards under the door, and there's notes on the back.
we have a brewery and a coffee house.
They're like, we would love to have you, but the funny thing is, the other one says we would.
Propane people?
Huh?
No. This was our...
No, when we went to the commissary to pick up the truck this morning, these cards were in the truck.
That's cool.
From a brewery and from a coffee shop that says they would love to have our truck.
I think what's great, though, is that the notes play off of each other because you can tell which one came first. And I will let you know how, because the first one says, we'd love to have you out to the brewery. Contact us at blah, blah, blah. You know the next card came first because they said, we'd love to have you too. Contact on front.
That's awesome.
That was a good little chuckle when we got to the truck.
When our day did not go completely sideways yet, it was like,
I guarantee you both the owners of the establishments was probably brunching at
oh yeah,
a certain place together, and they're like, let's give them cards.
I mean, I thought that was pretty good.
That's awesome.
That was, yes, a silver lining to our rather dark day. But again, we know.
Alex.
We got a fair amount accomplished, and hopefully the professionals can take it from here. And
yeah. So
once again, hopefully we won't have any more problems.
The unprofessional us, working on the truck to make sure the professionals can work.
Well, I mean, hey, we professionally detached that shit.
No, yeah, with drills, hammers, and wrenches. Like,
we did not have a lot of time. That shit came off quick. If we had had more drills, it might have gone faster.
Well, I'm happy that we didn't have to cut the brackets.
Yes, I am with you
And
there.
when I was staring at it, like when we were in the guy, and the professional was like, "Why isn't it lighting?" He's like, "I don't have any fucking idea." Like he's like, "This should be lit." And then like all of a sudden, like, "Oh, it wants to light now." He's like, "Well, why is it working now?" He's like, "I have no fucking idea." Like, he's like, "And I can't make any assessment without seeing the back of the equipment."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Someone could fucking put the regulator on backwards." Like he's like, "I can't even see the arrow of which way the flow is supposed to go." And he's like, "It looks right." He's like, "But every regulator's different."
He had
like,
his little extendo pocket mirror.
dude. He had this cool ass pocket mirror that had like LED lights, and like he was like, and like tucking it behind the equipment, trying to like see. He's like, "I can't see shit." Like he's like, 'cause like everything was so close to the wall.
Yeah. I think I told him, I was like, "Dude, we've been working on this for 6 months. I know you can't see shit. Like, trust me, we've been looking at this regulator for like 3 solid weeks. I know you can't see shit."
So they're gonna test everything, and then they're gonna work off of that. Like they gave us an estimate. Like I want to say that's a worst case scenario estimate.
I mean, they did go high on labor, but I mean, parts alone were pretty hefty. So I mean, like we're looking at a good chunk of change. But
I mean, I think the hard piping is a good idea.
I agree.
I feel like that should be done anyway.
You brought up an interesting point when we're on the subject of it's going to allow more propane, which means that we are going to go through more propane, and we discussed maybe a larger or a second tank.
Yeah, I'm sure that's inexpensive.
Yeah, well, let's one problem at a time, right? It's lunch, guys. We got to go get gas.
It's like I don't know. Like
we're low on fuel. No, we're low on propane. Let's go.
Like maybe we should tell them like, "Hey, is there any way you can throw a hose on there that we can with another regulator that we can just slap a tank on it?" I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is right now. Right now, I just want them to get it fixed so that we can operate.
Saturday again, first event.
Saturday.
We have held off booking, and so hopefully by the time most people listen to this, we will be ready and up and running and
by the
and
time
good
most
to
people
go.
listen to this tonight,
Well, hey, your brother doesn't count. All right.
We'll see
I
you
was
soon,
thinking. I was
Lord.
thinking by the end of the week. Anyway.
well, shit. So anyway, yeah. So in the midst of dealing with this food truck, I have been tasked to open a pizzeria at the same time. That's fucking fun.
I'm still kind of impressed by the ventless oven.
Yeah, dude, it's actually really cool, and I don't even want to plug them or anything like that because I don't know if it fucking works. So, so we're going in there.
And it's green.
It is green.
When you say green, do you mean like the color of it?
Yeah,
is
I
green?
mean,
or
the hotel we work at is green.
Yeah,
like the signage.
I wasn't sure if you meant like eco-friendly.
I doubt it.
No, it's convection.
I mean, I don't know. I
not
had to
it's
clarify.
not solar power.
Had to clarify when he said green.
I mean, as
like
much
eco-friendly.
I mean, they had to
or,
make
like it's literally
an outlet.
the color green.
They had to make an outlet.
Well, they had to install an outlet.
make an outlet and so on.
I got a solid question. This is a good one.
Okay.
I got a weak answer.
Okay. Alex, you've been doing this a long time. You've been working in kitchens for quite a few years.
Maybe.
Dooley, you've been working in the kitchen quite a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis, I know you're,
The newbie.
Yep.
but I mean, how many times have you used a fire extinguisher in your career in the kitchen?
Never.
Damn.
Used or carried around?
I carried it the other day.
Okay, carrying it around and using
Physically
it are two
deploy-
fucking different things. Yeah.
Physically deploy a fire extinguisher.
I had to clean a room that had the fire extinguisher mess.
That
But
does not count. That was not in the
I
kitchen,
know.
and you were in maintenance at the time.
Oh, I was in renovation that time.
Whatever.
I've only had to
Tomato.
deploy one once, so technically it wasn't in the kitchen, but it was at a restaurant, so I'm like,
Like what? A trash fire or
Yes.
something?
I was about to say,
It was
just
outside,
decided to go
but-
outside and have fun because it was expired.
I'm assuming someone put a cigarette in the trash can that needed to be dumped into the bigger trash can, and it,
Oh, it's like dumpster fire.
yeah, like, no, it had not yet been dumped into the bigger one.
Oh, okay.
It was a small, like, it was the brown slim line, and so I'm assuming someone put a cigarette in it, but I've had to deploy one on that, but again, not in the restaurant. I've seen the Ansel system After Effects.
yeah,
I've
I've
not been
never
there when
seen
it went
that.
off, but I've seen the After Effects.
I still do not want it to ever see that.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I've heard the horror stories.
There's a lot of shit that I would. I mean, I've seen them go off like on YouTube videos.
Yes, no, they. Oh,
Whoop-a! So I did the math in my head. Well, yeah, it was. I didn't pull out pen and pad, so yeah, it was in my head.
so this will.
So I have been working in the food industry. Like if I take out the years I worked in a grocery store, because technically that is still food. And Dennis has been working in the retail section of food for a long time. So if I take out those years, I've got like 18 years working in an industrial kitchen. I have never once deployed a fire extinguisher. I've seen fire. You use salt.
Flour.
Don't ever use flour.
Motherfucker.
Flour
Fits in the
burns.
salamander and
Flour
whatever's
burns.
handy. Yeah, well, you just change your pan. Like, if everybody puts tinfoil in their pans, you change your pan.
Flour
out.
dust will ignite. Salt, bitch. Anyway,
Never had a problem. I agree with you. You're technically right, but I'm just saying I've never had a problem. You douse that shit, no oxygen, all right.
so since I've been at the current job 6 years. Twice now, they have deployed
fire
a
extinguishers.
fire extinguisher when I'm not there. One time was at night and someone was cleaning and shit was extremely fucking hot. Like they were burning the
Charcoal.
carbon off of actually it was the range. They were burning like they
really?
took one section of the range and put it on top
no,
of the
yeah,
other,
yeah, okay.
and they worked their way down. So those cast iron plates are hot as hell, and they put everything back together. Somebody at the end of the night took the pan of bacon, saran wrapped it and put it on the burner, and so somehow in the middle of the night that shit
They
the
made some
grease
smoky
fire,
bacon.
grease fire in the bacon pan, and the night auditor, instead of moving the pan, move the fucking pan, dude. And sprayed it with a fire extinguisher. And so this time, I don't know if it was warranted. I get, panic or whatever. There was a fire on the gas line behind the fryer.
Now, see, that one I am more willing to put out with
Okay.
a fire extinguisher.
Knowing the people that were there, I am questioning whether or not did you sling grease over the back of the fryer, like that exhaust that comes up.
Right.
Like, did the grease ignite on its way behind the fryer and land on the grease line? Like, I'm speculating because they deployed a fire extinguisher on they did a good job, not of cleaning up, but keeping it low. They kept it low, And so
it's obviously behind equipment, so
Yeah,
it's
behind
not
equipment.
facing any food. Hopefully, it
yeah,
wasn't.
and they blew it like we have a double-sided line.
Right.
And so they blew it all through into the prep kitchen, which I spent the majority of my next day cleaning up. So, again, I was like, there's a gas shutoff in every kitchen. Dude, it is a button.
Over there. No more gas.
You touch the button, it kills all the gas. You figure out what the fuck is going on, and then, all right, so let's cut this gas valve off. If the gas line, let's say the gas line had a hole in it, which if the gas line had a hole in it, it would just leak gas. It wouldn't be on fire. So how did you get fire back there? First off, like I was so fucking confused. So like I had the guy came out. I was like, yo, we need to replace gas lines evidently because they're. He's like, yeah, I didn't really see any cracks or anything, and like it wasn't even melted.
Was this before my time?
This was this week, dude. You were on vacation.
See all the fun shit.
I still didn't hear anything about it.
I have to say, I'm kind of impressed in the fact that they knew to grab a fire extinguisher, because I'm not shy about saying that. Often when I see fire, my first thought is not fire extinguisher. Again, salt. Water's not an option. No, there's too much grease in especially our kitchen. What is that, bacon grease? I don't know, probably. But I mean, my first thought is not fire extinguisher, unless I'm like, if I see a big one, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it has to be.
It
has to be.
It's
like,
almost like
substantial.
Threatening. Yeah,
it's substantial. Before I'm like, you know what? I really need a fire extinguisher. Like I threw some salt at it. That didn't work. I cut the gas off. That didn't work.
Now I need a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of impressed by that, but you're definitely right. Like, how the fuck did you manage to light it on fire, especially if...
And, like, we get back there, like, so we pull all the equipment out. And, because the gentleman is there to change gas lines. He's like, it's not even really dirty back here. He's like, I've seen some shit. And, like, and I was like, I mean, well, we pull the fryers out when we clean them. Like you're supposed to. Speaking of Dooley, you're gonna need to pull those fryers out. There's still some
I think
excess fire extinguisher shit back
pretty
there.
sure there's gonna be a lot. Of
Is this tomorrow or one of these days?
Yeah, like, tomorrow
before Saturday.
It could already be done. I had alerted to the executive show that this shit needs to be cleaned because when I was cleaning up the prep kitchen and then when he wheeled the fryers out to change there was still like the coating of powder.
Oh man, I thought you were talking about making him clean the food truck since we found that fry.
Oh yeah, that's coming up later in this podcast.
The fuck?
There's a French fry, sir, and you are going to pay.
Oh my god. Good sir, weren't you over there as well?
Oh, I totally took fault for dropping the French fry.
He definitely was like, I'm the one that put it there. There's no doubt about it. But Dooley missed it.
Dooley was the one doing the floors.
Well, fuck-a-doodle-doo, bitches.
So yeah, the guy changes the gas lines. He puts new flex lines on there, like like the big yellow ones.
I was thinking blue, but yeah.
Well, they were blue.
Now they're yellow.
Different companies make them different colors. That's what I got out of it. They were like, because when I called, I was like, I need new gas lines. Are they blue or yellow? Blue? Maybe yellow. Like, I don't know. You want me to send you a picture? They were like, no, it's just the company that makes them. We just wanted to make sure that they were the flex ones and not copper.
Gotcha.
Like, so, yeah, if a copper line busted, dude, like, you guys are doing some shit.
What'd you do? I melted through the copper line. What are you smelting in here? Like,
so, but like the guy is like, so he's like, with these lines, he's like, I don't see any cracks. I don't even see that they melted. I was like, there was literally, so I am told, a fire on the line. He's like, yeah, like, and he showed them to me. Like, they weren't melted, nothing. And I was like, where the fuck was this actual fire? Like, and I'm getting information from two cooks who have already put the fire out, coming from the third party who called me and was like, yo, your cook just deployed a fucking fire extinguisher in your kitchen. Like, So yeah, again, there's a button. I mean, okay. In our circumstance, like on a food truck, cut the gas, turn the knob, done. The fire should go out.
I'd say a lever, not a knob, but either way, yes.
No, on the actual tank itself.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
We're not pulling the system.
Well, no. I thought you were just talking about inside the truck. When all 6 of those gas lines pop up, they all have levers.
Hey,
like
do
it's a
they
ball
reach
valve.
under there and cut off number 3?
Let's keep this bitch out of operation longer. But
Oh, you'd pay for that one.
Yeah, that's all you.
Damn it, Dooley!
I will never pull that bitch unless it's literally like everything's on fire.
We don't need this anymore. Insurance.
It's like Melissa's with me. Take pictures before I do this shit.
They need to see.
This was not my fault. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, Dooley, how did it get on fire? You were the only one in there.
Who worked yesterday? Because these motherfuckers were perfectly fine.
So yeah, like I've never used a fire extinguisher, but I've been here 6 years and they've used one twice, and I'm still like, you could have just moved the pan.
I feel like
You
they should
could've-
like at least make you watch a video on that shit.
The fire needs to be
Like
this
anytime
tall.
you're working with like public safety or something, like maybe not a fire, just how the fuck to work a fire extinguisher. Like it's not
I
complicated.
mean, it is
I've never
literally.
used
See what I'm talking about?
my entire life. I
Like
would
it's
know
not
how to.
complicated, but no one like knows what to. It's on it. I know it's
It
on
is,
it.
but what are you supposed to take your time and fucking read?
That's
Like a
exactly
fire
what I'm
extinguisher?
saying.
It's got
Like-
pictures. You
I-
don't have to read shit. Okay, got it.
Oh, okay.
I
Just
mean,
remember to sweep at the base
They
of the
really
fire.
should teach you that at some point.
again,
Yeah,
like
you do.
that's a 30-second video.
Take a
You know
flight
what I
attendant
mean? Like,
course.
Spent too
even
long
if they were
reading.
like, "Yo,
They
just
cut that shit
YouTube
in
it while
middle.
I sit here and watch you," like it's a
that's
30-second video. Here's the name of the YouTube video. Like there you go. We should make
Great.
that.
Jason.
We're professionals. No, we're not.
Spent too long reading the
Oh,
shit.
Literally, it is
We'd have
called
one back then.
PASS.
Look, I have
PASS.
I have a
Pull, aim, spray, sweep. That is it, dude.
look. I have an old fire extinguisher at the house that I gotta get rid of anyway. You want to just fucking pull it in the backyard and fucking
Yeah, that's what I want.
we do it in my backyard. I don't give a
Let's
shit.
do it in your backyard. We'll go over to
Can't shoot
Troy's
my
I
house.
don't give
arrow
a
at it?
shit.
Sounds good.
Can shoot the bow and arrow at it.
Yeah, 'cause Dooley will lose an eye.
At this rate, let's hope that's all he loses. Shoot an arrow with a pressurized tank. That sounds.
If it's like 50 yards away, that might be okay.
It's a militia range.
Yeah, shrapnel.
With a bow and arrow.
Shrapnel doesn't fly far.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
no.
behind cover.
It's not at all a pressurized container. Shrapnel. Doesn't
I mean,
fly
have you seen how big my backyard is?
I mean, yes, I have.
You just put it next to the fucking fox den, so stay away from my chickens.
far. Have you seen MythBusters?
A couple times.
Have you seen the type of shit that they put up in between them and what the fuck they're blowing up?
It still takes chunks out of that shit.
all I need is a couple hay barrels. I'm
Look,
good to go.
I've seen somebody cry from shooting themselves in the knee off 2 ricochets with a BB gun. All right, I don't see you making it past some shrapnel even in 50 yards.
Just shoot. I'll shoot it in the high behind my house. Whatever.
Look, I'm totally down as long as you have a video. I'm just saying. Wear the GoPro. That's all I ask, Dooley. If you're gonna do
YouTube
stupid
hits
shit.
on that one.
I mean, I live
So we
near
had our first big party, or bigger
big event.
bigger
7 months.
party in 7 months. So we had.
All right, back to the hotel. We need to clarify because we
No,
might
yeah.
imply
I'm
us
still on
and-
my week.
Damn, we're 49 minutes in, and it's like we're still on Jason's week.
I mean, we jumped around.
Yeah, we did. They did go off course like after Dennis's week.
We partake in the rap.
So we had our first, like, okay, we're a little rusty. We haven't done this shit in like 7 months. I think like our last big event was in January.
Yeah,
Tuesday. If we're just guessing it, shit. I mean,
back in the day, which was a Wednesday,
January, February. Yeah.
December,
On
November.
a cool, brisk
So,
night.
so we had our first like larger event, which was odd. It was a wedding. It was like 120 people.
I think it was scheduled for 120, and then we had like 15 plates left over, so about 100 people were there. So,
Well, we made 15 extra plates.
oh,
Okay.
I didn't know
So-
there were 5.
So we're a little rusty. So I bring in, like, I placed the order. I bring in, like, all these cool fresh herbs and stuff to utilize. And I get there, and shit is just, like, we're not firing all 8 cylinders.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we were probably running on a 4-banger. It wasn't looking fucking great. And, like, usually, like, by the time I get there, certain things are already done. Mm-hmm. And some of these things were done, some of these things were done wrong, some of these things weren't done at all. And this is like an early wedding. Like,
It started at 5:15.
like,
So
so
were any of them done and completely saran wrapped?
My bruschetta.
that you still did wrong.
Hey, same time, I'm glad I didn't put the basil in there because that shit was still tomato juicy.
Juicy.
Juicy. It's a new word I just made up.
So you made bruschetta without basil?
He used dried basil, which is fine. But
Okay.
there's like a fucking pound of fresh basil.
No, I didn't put any basil in it first.
Oh, you-
Okay.
Okay.
He
Look,
tried to
okay,
save ya.
whoa.
He tried.
Okay, at first I still had to drain the bitch anyway because it had like a pool of just juices in there. So I had to drain it out anyway, and then I put the basil and the rosemary.
So, all right. So,
What'd you-
bruschetta,
what'd you-
like we're all gonna agree on. Can we agree? Can we agree that bruschetta is basically Italian salsa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it is the Italian version of salsa. So it's gonna be wet, dude.
Well, you didn't see it before I pulled the.
All right,
Pour this shit out,
I have
bro.
a question. You said you drained it. What did you drain it through? Like a
colander.
China hat
No,
or colander?
Just
It
calling.
is the colander.
Okay.
In both containers.
I understand where you
So-
were trying to go. So,
Can I just mention though that if you had used fresh, and if you had used basil at all, but if you had used fresh basil instead of dried basil, it would have stuck to the.
I did not use dry basil. I did not put basil or rosemary in there.
Okay, but
The
it
day
would
before.
the fresh basil, if you had chopped it up, would have stuck to the tomatoes when you drained them. So it would have been a problem anyway.
it would have been like your Italian cilantro or your Mexican salsa with cilantro, roughly.
Yeah.
It's just a different green herb.
Either way, you what did you put in it, Dooley?
Dun, dun, dun.
Tomato, red onion, garlic, parmesan, a little bit of balsamic glaze, salt and pepper.
It's a good base. It's a good base,
And plus the dicer diced that bitch really fucking small.
which is fine. It was fantastic.
Well,
I wasn't complaining about it.
It's Pico d'Italiano.
Yes.
we're gonna start selling that.
Pico d'Italiano. All right, so I get to work, and they're like, "Oh, this is done, this is done, this is done," and I was like, "Oh, that's fantastic." And none of it's done right, and they're like, "How do you know?" And I was like, "Because all the fresh herbs are still in the fucking boxes, and they're not open, so I know you didn't use any fresh herbs in anything." Like they just went to the spice rack and started pulling, like dried rosemary. When
You guys are out of practice.
I did not pull any dry rosemary or dry anything out.
Dooley, we heard you didn't
You
season
weren't even
anything
there.
except with salt and pepper.
At least he used salt and pepper, bro.
That's true.
So I get there, like, so Julie chiffonade, some basil, some rose. Well, actually, no, we were lying, dude. We threw that shit in the RoboCoupe. Like,
Yeah, fuck that.
we threw basil, we threw everything in the RoboCoupe, and then you added that to the. And this is only one dish. There's 3 sauces that are made that don't have any kind of herbs in them, like outside of like the dried shit.
Apparently not even that.
Did Dooley make them? Yeah.
No,
No,
I did not.
Oh, so they do have seasoning then, just not fresh.
I'm
seasoning.
pretty sure there was some Lowry's in there.
More than likely.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure there was Lowry's all over that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
I can tell you right now, more than likely, yeah.
some Montreal steak seasoning.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that went something.
Which,
Like, it's-
when I asked Zoe, like, was so many of those people.
I mean, that was a horrible workout. You could have just kept going.
When I asked him, like, oh, yeah, I was like, did you put peppercorn in there? Because it said peppercorn and fig. Apparently we didn't have fig, so, or we didn't order fig or whatever.
That is my fault. I was supposed to go to the store, and I completely forgot. Because, like, by the time I got there, and I started looking at everything, I started getting fucking super irritated.
Yeah. And I will say this before Jason says it. I was way overthinking the whole red onion bullshit.
Oh, you want to talk about the salad?
Yeah, the salad was stupid as fuck.
I understand the salad, dude. Okay, so, but not for 120 people. There are going to be people who are allergic to blue cheese, allergic to nuts. And so this salad is spinach with caramelized almonds, blue cheese, red onion, apples. Is that everything? And dried cranberries.
Yeah.
All right. I get the salad, and it's going with the raspberry vinaigrette.
That was my next question. What's the dressing?
I'll come back to the dressing because that pissed me off too. So
The making of?
hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Come
All
back.
right, come back to that.
So-
Spinach salad.
So the salad, and I was like, okay, I want like matchstick, like on the onion and the apples. Like, Dooley is going to cut the onions, and I don't know, his brain wasn't clicking.
It really wasn't.
Like,
I was overthinking it like a motherfucker.
like, you know how big a matchstick is?
Yeah.
About that size.
And I was not getting it. I was like, what is he talking about?
Because on this salad, I was like, look, I want everything to be fork size. Like, I don't want onion rings on the salad. Like, this is a wedding. It's supposed to be elegant. You shouldn't have to pick up a fucking knife to eat the side salad. Just saying. Like, so then I was, like, talking about the apples. And I was like, look, all you got to do is cut the sides of the apples off, leave the core, throw the core away, and you have, like, flat sides, and then you can just basically slice that, and you're going to be real close to what we're looking for. The other cook decides that they're going to cut the apples in half and then core them. So,
Which I did not know she was doing. I thought she heard what Jason was saying and went, okay.
Like,
I'll cut them.
she cut a triangle out of...
No, like, she literally cut them in half and then with a paring knife, like, got in there and just took out the core. Like, she was going to stuff that bitch with peanut butter. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I mean, all right.
So now I got apples that are just turning brown. And I was like, I don't want brown apples on my salad. Like, we're going to put those on last. We're going to put them in acidulated water, and we're going to let them soak there. And then, like, right before the salads go out, guess what? We grab the pan, and we just start dropping. That's the last step. They're going to load them up on trays. We just start sprinkling apples over the top of shit. We're good. That did not work out, too, either. So I did end up running the apples through a dicer, basically a French fry cutter, to get what I needed.
That thing is fucking amazing.
So, to the dressing, so I'm walking by, and thank God I was walking by, and I turn, and they have ranch. And I was like, what the fuck is the ranch for? Oh, the salad. And I was like, it's
not.
It's served with raspberry vinaigrette. Like, did you read your BO? No. I was like, I mean, you could get away because they had ranch and balsamic. I get it for like your standard house salad.
Yeah.
Like they put two dressings on the table. Ranch is usually one of them.
Yeah.
Some sort of vinaigrette is the other one. Like
Italian or some other
Italian
bullshit.
something.
French.
So I was like, well, it's balsamic. So I take these two dressings to the back, come back with the raspberry vinaigrette. And I was like, here's the dressing you're going to use. Got it. Like, cool. I come back, they're pouring balsamic vinaigrette. And I was like, what in the fuck are you doing, man? Like, well, we wanted to give them two choices. I was like, they had one fucking choice, and now my food costs, bro. Like, you just... Like, I was saving money on dressing. I mean, it's not a lot of money. The salad is already fucking expensive as shit. Like,
So add up that 25 cents mayo ramekin. Like, how many more of those? You want to talk about the blue cheese?
oh my god, dude. Oh, we're still in the fucking salad. So I made an example of the salad. Sans apples. I was like, this is what I need. And then I'm talking like, just a couple almonds,
Your
couple dry
Salt Bay
cranberries,
pinch.
couple, like this is the salad. So then they're traying up the salads, and they have literal handfuls
Oh shit.
of everything on, like so much that the salad is flat because there's so much shit
On top.
on top.
So much blue cheese crumbles on them bitches.
I was like, what the fuck? So they're doing me. Like, we're literally taking toppings off and just throwing them in the trash. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. And they're looking at me, the people who made the salad, and they're just standing there as I'm taking, like, pinches of shit off. And, like, we're adding it to, this salad barely has fucking anything on it. Like I made an example. This is how your salad's supposed to look. How did we get to this fucking point? And it was like, they made some very well.
Yeah.
It was like the end. And I'm only going to say this because they're black. And I was like, why the fuck is there so much blue cheese on this shit? She's like, black people like blue cheese. I was like, the whole fucking salad is blue cheese. No one likes blue cheese that much. Like,
Would you like some blue cheese with your salad?
I was
Would you like some
holy
salad with your blue cheese?
Shit, dude. All right, so we're rusty. All right. This is a 3 entree split, plate up. We're sending out the dishes. First couple tables go out great. The brand new GM is there
To witness it.
to witness everything. This is fantastic. I told everyone, I have what you need. All you have to do is call out the table number, and I will call it to Julie and the executive chef, and they will plate your tray. We're talking about 5 tops, dude. These aren't 10 tops. Like, this is COVID. Like,
Yeah.
there might be a 7 top in there, but I know exactly what every table needs. I have it on paper on the wall. I was like, just call out your fucking table number. I'll find the table number, and then I tell them 3 beef, 2 chicken, 4 fish, or whatever, and
It's literally Jason. Just they can
it's
line up.
expoing shit that's already made.
Right.
Literally, they can line up at the where
Maybe
he's
table
standing.
2. All right, table 2, get out of here.
So
Like,
clearly that didn't happen.
oh fuck no, dude. They came running in there like the world was gonna end if these people didn't eat in fucking 15 minutes. A room of 120. Like, I was like, calm the fuck down. I need 6. I need 7. Like, it was like, I was like, yo, calm the fuck down. Why? Shut up,
Wait.
dude. I just need the table numbers.
Wait, when Jason called me over there because Zoe is just, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Jason's like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. Once I got over there, Jason was finally like, Dooley, fire said person's fucking table. I'm like, what do you need? He's like, I need 2 beef. What was it, like 2 beef,
Man,
1
just
fish,
make it up.
3
You don't
chicken,
need to
and a
know the
fucking
exact
kid.
fucking order.
But I get his shit together, and then fucking the other server who has the loudest mouth I've ever heard, she takes that shit, and she's like, this is the wrong number. I'm like, because it wasn't yours. And she brings back 4 fucking plates. I'm like, it wasn't your shit to take.
So, as we're in the middle of a fucking super clusterfuck that never fucking happens,
Ever.
the brand new GM is standing right beside me.
Do you need any help? Do you need anything?
Can you just get away from me?
Like,
All right. I'm
I
not
can
gonna
hear
lie.
through his mask. He's
I
like,
can think of 3 instances where an owner has helped me out, and it has like actually helped me. And I know that the GM's not the owner, but he's like a guy that
he's
he
the
he
step
takes
before
responsibility.
that.
Yeah, he takes responsibility for that building. And like, yo, you may know how to cook, but you're just getting him away. Like, there are many instances where like an owner will try and step on the line, and it's just like, yeah, man, just drop buns. Like, what do you need?
bread.
Yeah, just stay there, and
I need buns, son.
like I'm gonna
Yeah,
run around
totally.
you. Just drop those 4 buns. Like, that's really, because if I tell you to do stuff, you're just gonna take longer, and I'll just do it.
Yeah, I can do it faster myself than trying to explain it to you right now. Like, just,
Do you need any help? No. I know this is going horribly. The ship is burning. You're not going to help. Your
the
gunpowder
ship is burning, but I am not going to pull out that fucking fire extinguisher. Just bring me salt. I will fucking put it out.
You, sir, are gunpowder. Do not step on this ship.
I mean, things get hectic. They always do. And, spills are going to happen. Shit is going to go sideways. You deal with it in the best way you fucking can. Like, let's say someone spins, you're busy as hell, someone spins, collides into somebody else, shit goes on the floor. You pick the big shit up, you throw salt on that so no one slips on it, and you keep fucking moving. We're going to have to clean this shit up at the end. Like, that's all you can do.
Anybody see a wet floor sign? Full hands in, full hands out, guys. Bring it back on your way.
Yeah. It's like, but, I mean...
Grab that mat. Throw it over the shit.
Like, I'm talking about, on the line side.
Oh.
Like, the cooks don't give a shit.
Dude,
hey, yo, bitch, no, I've got ice skates on. I'm just going to slide around this shit because,
I have worked on floors so bad that there's, plastic bags that you're stepping on. Like, it's not floor anymore, you know what I mean? Like, it's, portion bags because you've been throwing them at the trash can and missing.
I worked for, I'm going to call it fast food, for a short sec. And... they were literally training people to just throw the bags on the floor.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, what in the fuck? And I'm talking about, bitch, we are ankle deep in bread bags.
Oh, hell
and
no.
No, there was, someone's job, and you're like, floor! And, they would come and clean the fucking floor while you're fucking... Because, I'm talking about, bitch, you about to do fucking $100,000 in an hour.
Yeah.
And, so it's and there's floor, and the dude comes by with scooting through the middle, just and then your floor's clean for fucking 5 minutes, and then that next as soon as he's done, that fucking bag just fucking drifts down to the floor, and you can see it in his face,
stewardess.
That sounds like pan pickup to me for dish guys.
Yeah, it's basically it was dish. You're like, floor, and
yep,
they're on their hands and knees, and they would fill an entire trash bag
of bags
and take that shit out. And by the time they come back, there's probably half
a bag of trash.
Half a bag of trash on the floor again. That was somebody's job, and it was ridiculous. And that's when I realized I'm really out of my element.
I don't want to be here.
I do not.
So I see on the application process, the position's called floor.
Yeah,
what does this mean exactly?
So, they were trained to take the clip off the bag, and then put their hand into a trash can. Literally,
pull the bread out.
Pull the clip off, and put your hand inside the trash can and let it go. So that it did not end up in food. Which, I get it, but you just put your hand in the trash can that is full, because now we're using the floor. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I was...
Alright, I'm not...
I was
if you're at the point where there's a literal guy whose job is to clean the floor every 5 minutes... why not put the clip on the floor?
Just throw the fucking shit on the floor, dude.
If you're at that point.
Just throw it on the floor. I mean, this is where we're at. There's a line for this drive-through down the fucking street about a mile. You are in shit. You ain't getting out anytime soon.
I can only imagine.
Julie, drop fucking fries.
I can only imagine, if a health inspector walked in during the moment of, full kneecap floor consumption.
Yeah, dude.
That's not a trash can. No shit. Thank you. I would, yes.
Dude, it was the craziest shit I've ever seen going on.
Man, they need a trash chute.
Dude.
A vacuum chute. Just you just throw the bag and it's just
it just shoots out to the dumpster. I don't know, man. It was fucking insane, dude. And my job was basically just a bag orders. And
oh, your expo. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to put shit in bags for the next 8 hours.
Dude, and it's they're just sending shit down, and they would just put the fucking they had the the dupe holder for your ticket rail.
Yep.
But they used tape. And I was like, why'd you guys even fucking waste money on the fucking holder? Because they would literally there would be just little flickers of tape, and an order would come in. They're and then they start working. But the problem with tape is you can't slide it down.
Yeah, it stays there.
It's there, but then
when your rail gets full,
so then they wrap everything in foil wrap, like the cushy paper stuff, like Wendy's or whatever else, and then they put it together, and they put the tape on it with the ticket, and they slide that shit down, so it gets to you. Now I have to peel the tape off, put it on the bag, and then stuff every fucking thing in here, and there's this very specific way on how you pack like. I've never worked at McDonald's or anything like that, but there is a very specific way shit goes into a bag. But they only have one size bag. It's like, but there's a shit ton of them open because I've been opening fucking bags like it's my job, dude. Like,
it is your job.
It is my job.
Welcome. So you got a floor guy. Welcome. You're bag guy.
Yeah, dude. Like I learned like you can grab the corner and like that shit's open, but I got a fucking entire table full of bags. Like, I can make a pizza box like nobody's business because I learned that shit at 14. Bitch. I'm like, here's your box. I gotta make 200 more.
We really need to start fucking videoing these, by the way. I just want you to know your gestures for the past, 5 minutes. Just when you went from talking about packing the bag, the whole line system, your gestures were great. No one gets to see that. The pizza box, that was a good one.
Dude, that is literally the fucking, it's like... Like that dude, like you remember
this time you didn't do it as fast. The first time, you had veins coming out of the neck.
I had to slow it down so everyone
was,
could see it.
It was like Hulk smash box. Like it was just like.
Well, like you saw the Domino. Maybe you haven't because you don't have real TV.
I have.
The Domino's commercial where the dude's like making fucking boxes.
Because I don't have real TV. You're completely right. I just love. Yes, I've seen the commercial though. I think it's been on YouTube. That's why.
Yeah, so that is a real thing. Like motherfuckers make boxes that fast because you got to make like the stack is this big and it's about to fill this garage.
I have never had to do that many boxes at one time, but so, Jason, I totally get the competition spirit. Again, I've done shrimp competitions, mushrooms.
So should I learn this skill?
Look, I don't know if I've done competitions on mushrooms.
You're going to learn this skill. Dude. There is no
way By the time
around
cabin fever comes back around, be like, shh, what you need? Shh, what you need? What you need?
You're not going to learn the box skill, but you'll learn the bag skill.
I will learn where the hell we're going to fucking put boxes behind that little ass kiosk, dude. So
I will learn to do it.
I was not talking about your work, but okay.
A bitch.
So
if you ever see cabin fever, whew, it's going to be that way. It's going to be Domino's plus 10.
You're worried about boxes. I'm telling you, have fun with that fucking dough, Bo.
I'm worried about the whole fucking thing.
You got plenty of time, bro.
I know.
It's time for a word from our affiliate. Ba-ba-ba.
This podcast is brought to you in affiliation with Stitcher Podcast Radio. Head on over to Stitcher.com/premium and sign up today for only $4.99 a month. Use promo code TeamFatKid for get 1 month absolutely free. Stream and download all your favorite podcasts, such as this one, Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, Wolverine, The Lost Trail, Alex's Favorite, Bitch Sesh. You get the Fantasy Footballers, Science Rules with Bill Nye, and many, many more. We're talking 21,000 premium hours of podcasting. That is 2.4 years. You get all the bonus episodes. You get the ad-free shows. You get Dooley's favorite 300-plus comedy albums. You can check out all the new releases before they come out. And just remember, all you have to do is head on over to Stitcher.com/premium, sign up, and use the promo code TeamFatKid. Test it out for a month, absolutely free on us. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
All right, welcome back. Sorry, it took me a minute. So I was thinking the other day.
Did it hurt?
I smelled something.
It was burning. Yeah,
and I did not know what it was, but Dooley was probably burning fries.
At least they were down.
So, I was thinking about our kitchen layout in the truck, and then I was thinking about the kitchen layout of all the jobs I've had, and what is it the best kitchen you've ever worked in? What made it the best kitchen you've worked in? Was it the layout? Was it where things were located? Was it just the amount of fucking shit you had to do the job you needed to do? Correct tools for the job? So, you're pondering.
Oh, because there's many facets to this.
Okay.
I mean,
Not in the crew you had.
But see, that makes a massive fucking difference if you're working in a larger kitchen. Now, if I could take a lunch in a larger kitchen versus a dinner in a smaller one, because I mean, I have worked in.
Guess it depends on the size of your crew.
I've worked in kitchens where you could literally sit on a stool and spin, and reach everything that you needed. Now, you might have to bend over to get some cheese or something, like in a drawer, but again, you could literally, like, you could stand in one spot and hit all the equipment.
Almost like a bartender.
Yeah.
Like, everything I need for the rail, everything is right here.
Like,
I
you could be on a lazy Susan and just spin, and not, like, your feet don't have to move. You could literally hit everything that you needed.
Okay.
But
is that your idea of a? And I guess that also depends on like how many people are in the kitchen.
The max you could fit in that kitchen was 2.
And the volume of food you're putting out. I mean, that changes things.
So basically, your ideal kitchen space would be basically like the whole NBA double dribble. You keep your 1 foot here, and you just keep on stepping with the other foot everywhere else, and you can just reach everything.
I think that any kitchen that could be designed in that way should be.
Your station in that kitchen should be designed that way.
So that you don't have to move anywhere else. Now, like, I'm a big fan of reach-in drawers underneath grills.
Yes.
Like,
How did we miss that part?
Because we have a giant generator in that spot. But, you know, some things are just different on a food truck. I get it. But, like, ideally, you know, reach-in grills or pull-out drawers or whatever underneath flat tops are an excellent thing. If not, right behind them. You know, that's... I would say that, yes, not moving from your station is a very important part of... an important thing in the kitchen. Like, that's... If I had an ideal kitchen, not having to move in order to reach what I needed for my station. Because you can't really say, like, the kitchen. I mean, it's...
I can.
But... Sure, but I mean, now, again, like, that's... If you have a kitchen big enough to have stations, now you're talking about almost like an individual station as a kitchen versus a kitchen small enough to work 4 pieces of equipment at the same time. I mean,
see, when I worked at Outback, I worked buzzer and dishwasher, and they had a huge wide open kitchen just for shit. The expo line was like from Connor to you type of shit like that. Like that.
Everybody can see that 12 feet.
Whatever, you know, I don't know how far the fuck that is, but like you had your bloomin' onion station, and then you had your fry station, and
so
then
there's an entire station to make one dish.
Yeah, they had 2 fryers for that motherfucker
it is a
too.
bloomin' onion. It's a signature
I
dish.
get that part.
But there's literally one guy doing that.
Just one guy.
Yeah, he was doing all of. Like, he was there
So
for
one guy is like, you are a bloomin' onion guy.
Yeah, he was damn fucking good at it too.
I mean, I guess if you only had to make one fucking thing
You
all
better
day
be
long,
fucking
you
good at it.
get damn good at it.
Right?
I mean, if you think about it, there's like 50 tables in that bitch, and he has like 30 orders. He's like, fuck.
I mean,
fuck.
everybody has like that dish on the menu that they don't like to make. Like, you feel like maybe it intimidates you or something. Like you don't feel
some
like
of them
it's
are just fucking annoying.
Yeah, I mean, like, you hate that dish.
Chicken wings.
Like,
But
could
they
you
had-
imagine if fucking bloomin' onions annoyed the shit out of you and that was your job all fucking day? Guess what? It wouldn't bother you any fucking more. It's like,
But
It's like a
so,
life lesson.
they had that, and then they had 2 fryer stations, which technically one was salad station, and then one was the fryer station, and
That's a
then they
weird
had
crossover.
literally a fucking ice cream station, all the dessert station. Yeah, they had
so
that.
they had a dessert station, not ice cream station.
It was mostly fucking
There
ice
wa-
cream.
there's like-
It was mostly fucking ice cream.
So there's this one dude fucking scooping that shit like he works at fucking Cold
There you go.
Stone all day. Like,
There you go. The largest section of the entire thing, obviously, was being Outback Steakhouse.
get out of town.
Oh no! Right? The grill was at least, I'd say to Dennis, so about that big of a grill. So
Okay, so if you guys don't know what Dooley's talking about, go check out
It's-
our Facebook and you can see the actual size of this.
it's
thing.
probably about a 5. It's probably about a 5 foot, 6 foot char grill, and it was literally like once an order came in, someone was there to help him on the other side. So there's 2 guys doing char grill. One guy doing flat top.
What is like? So one guy's cooking the meat and the other guy's putting the meat on the grill. Like I don't understand.
No. I mean, there's two guys doing char grill,
Okay.
and they just one guy's doing like the smaller meats, like the 16 ounce, 12 ounce, those type of things, and then the other dude's doing like the tomahawks, the fucking.
Outback has a tomahawk.
They do now, yeah.
God, don't look at me.
36 ounce, 32 ounce tomahawk.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. When I eat steak, I usually cook it myself.
Yeah.
I'm too cheap to go out and.
They
But
cook it right in.
then in the back, they had a
They don't do it.
They had a 3-compartment sink where the dishwashers, before they start their shift, they have to wash their hands, obviously, and then they do all the fries and all the croutons and everything like that.
So the dishwashers are prep cooks.
Yeah, before their shift, because
Anyway,
there's
dude,
usually
I'm
one
asking,
guy.
So
Over
is this your favorite kitchen?
that I've worked in? Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
Mostly 'cause
you
they
were
had a-
really going like really long into the Outback segue here.
but,
Like,
it's mostly because like everyone had
Outback
their
is going to
set
sue
thing.
you because now everyone knows their setup.
But that was at
His
least
name is Dammit Dooley.
That was in one of their kitchens. All their shit could be different, but that kitchen was fucking gorgeous. Like,
But you said they had like a team that came in at the end of the night and cleaned it.
that did the whole actual like heavy cleaning. Like you would still have to clean your char grill, your flat tops, your fryers. Every single night, the bloomin' onion fryer had to be dumped.
I'm fucking sure.
So,
Yeah, oh, that fucking butter. You're damn right.
but I mean, shit, their fucking grease trap was literally you walk out the door, it's like 12 feet away, and they
Oh,
had the
bloomin'
fucking oil
onion, though.
transport. So they had it fucking made, but
Dooley really loves oil transports.
I'm just saying, I totally get the station thing. Like everybody has their station. Like if you can stay at your station, I don't necessarily think that the bloomin' onion thing sounds horrible. I'm not gonna lie. What do you do? I make bloomin' onions. No, really, what do you do?
what do you
That's
do?
not
I throw
serious.
this onion in the fryer,
make
and
bloomin'
then I
onions.
go,
That's-
it's done.
For 7 hours, I make bloomin' onions. That's all I do. At this point, I just put in iTunes and fucking go. Do I have an? I don't even know. Look, one's coming up. It's almost ready. Do you need one? Because you probably need one.
He actually
There's two
did
more
have
that just went
headphones
in.
in. He had headphones in the entire time. Like he had his own ticket just for bloomin' onions. He's like, that's 7, that's 8.
Like I would hate my life, but I totally get the station thing. Like I like that part. And
I mean, I'm a huge fan of stations.
I've worked at a saute place. It was an Italian place, and they had 2 saute ranges. And on busy nights, like there was literally a setter and then 2 saute guys. So like they would cook, and he would literally he would set and just they'd spin around, grab the pan, and go. But I mean, again, neither one you never left that station. Like one guy was doing all the cold, so he was facing one direction, and then he would just pass pans. Like that was.
And
you never had to move. It was it.
The huge other thing about that was like the line. You had a lot of space to go through because there's this one dude, which we always called him Big Kahuna. He's this big old.
That's not.
He was big old Hawaiian dude. I'm saying like 400 pounds, and he's working that line. He's just fucking chilling, doing whatever the fuck he's doing, and he still had like another foot behind him that people could walk past. Like, it's just. So my thing is like space and like where, like you have your own section type of thing.
I mean, Dennis, I know you are limited in the experience.
Yeah.
But like, so your setup is similar to what I'm assuming Alex was talking about. Like, it's compact.
It's tight. And like the most we ever have, I think, is like at one time it's like 3 people max and everything. And usually the third person's all they're doing is dishing, running all the food and everything. But yeah,
So your dishwasher runs food,
yeah,
like to the table.
yeah.
That's odd. But continue.
I have to run the food too. So it's like
so you cook the food,
and then I cook the food, plate the food, and then I run it out.
Unless he's there.
I'm confused on this because cooks tend to be dirty. They tend to get shit on their clothes.
Non intentionally.
Like no, like I mean, like I can guarantee you, if I touch flour,
Oh, I'm fucked.
I'm going to be
I
covered
never
in
touch
flour.
flour though.
Okay.
It's
The breader station, the fry station, dude. Like I'm going to be covered in
Okay.
shit. Like
I
even
work in a
even
sports
when I
bar.
try hard,
I work in a sports bar.
It's on your shoes.
you don't
Like-
bread things. You don't fry. You work in a sports bar, and you telling me you don't fry things?
We fry things, but we don't bread anything.
Oh, it's pre
Okay,
done.
okay.
You just
I'm totally with you on the flour though. Like I cannot escape it. I will think that I am completely fine. I'll walk out to a table and I'll look down and my shoes are fucking covered and I'm like, ah. Yeah, it did. Aprons. Like, yeah, cool. I saved my clothes. My shoes are fucked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
But, you know,
I
like,
mean, honestly, as being someone that's in like the restaurant industry, if I saw some dude bringing my food and he has like flour on his shoes, then that's the bare minimum. Be like, you're doing a good job. Doing a good job. Keep yourself clean.
It's only on your shoes. You're doing good. So Dennis, what you're saying is like, so you're frying things, you're just not breading things.
Yeah.
All right. So, pardon. So you're saying the most you have on that line is 3. I've seen the picture of your line. That seems. Is that only a section of the line, or is that the whole line?
That's it.
How
Like,
the hell you fit
How I
3
see it?
people on there?
well, it's usually mainly only 2 people at a time. And if like before you go to like the late night menu and everything, there's pretty much just 2 people and everything, because you got me on the flat top and on the fry, and I got the person, the usual, pretty much expo and everything, because they plate it and everything, and then they'll run it out. We take turns running out, depending on how busy we are.
That is really confusing to me.
What's it?
I think even when there's 3 people, again, the third person's probably in dish.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get
Right.
that part,
We're not-
but it's like maybe I'm fucking spoiled.
With open big space kitchens, I don't mind the small ones, but it's very hard to pack that much useful space into a small amount. So if you have a large menu or a diverse menu,
Yeah.
it is. I would have to.
We have
I
pretty
almost have to
decent-sized
say
menu,
like.
too. It's
I almost have to say if you're going with a small kitchen, like a breader station might even not be possible. So like,
I understand that
space
part,
like
yeah.
that, like if you're in small spaces, might be the best option.
We all worked. Well, the 3 of us.
I
Sorry,
sort of,
Dennis.
I sort of worked there.
Yeah,
He participated at the bar.
I sort of worked there.
So,
Hey, Dennis, you want
would
some
you
bang bang shrimp?
would you consider that place a large kitchen?
Yes.
yeah. I've seen the inside of that kitchen. Yeah, I'd consider it a large kitchen.
Dooley, knowing the size of our kitchen, like,
Yeah. Like, I would put where we work right now, the biggest kitchen I've worked in. Outback second, and then definitely there third. Bad Habits. We'll give them a shout out because they're great. Their kitchen is like the size of the
nice
table.
recovery.
They have a huge like serving area, but their kitchen is probably the size of this table.
I mean, I've worked in
Yeah, it's a galley kitchen.
kitchens of all facets, like where it's like there's only one way in.
I do not think the kitchen that you're talking about was overly big. I think that the prep area seemed like it had a lot of space, but didn't.
Okay, so the place that we worked out. The place that
Worked out in.
the smokehouse.
Yes.
That kitchen was absurdly big for what it was doing.
Yes. Because technically we had 2 prep areas.
Yeah.
Like, and the prep area was fucking huge. The line was pretty big itself.
The prep area he's talking about was twice the size of the prep area in the hotel.
I can only imagine because the smokers and the
Smokers
all
were in
the-
a different prep room.
Yeah, like they had their.
Okay.
They had their own room.
We
shit.
did season and rub most of the meats in the back. So I mean, like again, like we did use those
The
tables
start-
on
the-
occasion.
The start prep was done in the back.
But you had like the speed
The
rack. So I
secondary-
mean, like
the secondary prep was done
It's
in
not-
the smoke room.
it's not like you loaded up the tables unless there were like 3 of us there for the morning. Like it wasn't necessarily a big deal. Like there was always prep space. And again, always storage space. That's my thing about the first one, is that I think it looked like a big kitchen, but there really wasn't a lot of place to put shelves. Like there was no usefulness in that kitchen.
It
was
looked
just,
like a big kitchen, but it
like you had the
wasn't
back
really
door
a big
there.
kitchen.
You had the
Yeah,
ice
yeah,
machine there. You like there was nothing really back of the house there. There was the office in the way, like part of
It could have
like,
been laid out better.
yeah, like part
The
of the
line was huge for what we were doing.
like the liquor closet was there. That could have been dry storage. Like there was things that it seemed like a lot of space, but I don't think it was.
I gotta be honest with you though, that was the fastest ticket times I've ever worked with in my fucking life.
What at said restaurant?
at a smokehouse.
Yeah.
Like everything's cooked ahead of time, dude. It's smoked.
Yeah.
You held hot.
Like, what do you need?
Damn near fast food style. Like,
I mean, we did have pizza, but even that was
yeah.
usually 7 minutes.
oh, you,
I remember those
You
pizzas.
like the smoked brisket platter? Here you go. Where the fuck did it come from? It was sitting on the table.
Like, it's literally like on a cutting board under a heat lamp.
The chef was about to eat it, so if
Yeah.
you hadn't bought it, he was cutting it as you ordered it and said, "God damn it!"
That was my slice, and that was put in the worst place possible.
Oh, because every time you walked by-
Everybody, like, it was like literally like in the past, like people walk past
and grab meat.
I'm so mad I never actually went in there.
It was really fucking good.
It was a good place.
And like
Your bourbon selection.
like
sucks back
so
here,
an
really.
order came in
And beer selection.
to give you how long an order takes. If there were fresh green beans on that order, the entire order was delayed
By the green beans.
on cooking the vegetable.
Dolly, where are my green beans?
Yeah.
Like, pulled pork was in front of you in
Yeah.
a pan, and we probably went through a pork butt at least once every 30 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
like, there was always a hot one in that pan. The brisket, again,
The fucking shit was
Like,
so hot. Like we had these like
burgers is
big
something.
ass, we had these big ass gloves.
Yeah.
they
And
were melted into eagle claws.
The
Those damn-
rubber melted into like
Those
this.
damn Darth Vader fucking glove type fucking barbecue
They were
things.
bright
like,
red, though. It was beautiful.
And like you're like, this is all like you can't move your fingers, so you're just like eagle claw, and then you just stick your hands in there, and like that's how you rake the meat apart because they
Fell
were-
apart.
Hey,
It,
But-
it felt like
Jason,
And
sour face. Ooh.
lemon face, lion face.
I mean, like, we put the yellow, like, rubber gloves on underneath the red glove because it was still so hot getting in there. Like, it was impossible. But,
Like, you had to fucking really get it.
but I
like,
mean, again, that was basically scoop and serve.
Yeah.
Like, I need
mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is made.
Yep. Like, again, if it didn't have a pizza, like, our
College.
ticket times would be beautiful.
Say,
Damn, somebody
pizza
ordered
and,
burger?
burger. I was gonna say burgers. Yeah.
Okay, I have a. I kind of have a topic now.
that was
Going off of like kitchens and everything like that.
was a good
What
burger.
is the
They
absolute
did it right.
cleanest kitchen consistently that you've worked in?
I'll go back to. I mean, dude,
Consistently,
let's say consistently spotless. I think the place that we all worked at was pretty damn fucking spotless.
because
They did a really good job most of the time at night.
and also
Most of the time.
I will say when I went back after said kitchen manager just randomly up and quit, and there's a banquet, and the owner called me and was like, "Hey, can you work this?" Yeah, sure.
Dooley now does banquets in his sleep. Nah,
I still hear the fucking
still took him
machine.
like fucking 45 minutes to figure out how to cut an onion stick.
Man, shut the fuck up.
We didn't even
Mash
delve
sticks,
into
dude.
that. Like, I was like, Dooley,
Mash
cut
sticks.
it. Cut it again. There it is. He's like, oh.
That's what I was planning on doing, but then I just wanted your confirmation.
Yeah, that's it.
But so said place
Julianne
where they always
Dooley.
have concerts and everything like that. I haven't been in that kitchen in about almost 2 years, and I look at the I guess new head
Just
kitchen person.
continue on where
Well,
you're
for
going.
example, we'll just call him John.
Shit, was that his name?
Maybe.
Usually the asshole thing.
But I walk in there, I was like, has it always been this clean, or are y'all just cleaning every night? And I'm talking, it was like that, it looks like they sprayed the bitch chrome.
Dude,
Like chrome stainless steel type
I
of shit
have
like that.
pictures of that bitch that I brought back to our current job, and it was like, why can't my shit look like this at the end of the night? Because I get pissed off. I mean, granted, I appreciate that the cooks wash their fucking dishes, but they don't fucking put them away, and that is annoying as fuck. At 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, 5:45, if you want to be honest. When you walk in and like there's this shit that needs to be put away. I got enough of my own shit to do right now because I only have 30 fucking minutes before this bitch opens up.
And that's why I start taking the fucking initiative to fucking
I
set the bitch up.
appreciate it, but no one else does it.
I've been getting on one person that works to try and do it, but he's
He's too
fucking,
busy deploying fucking fire extinguishers, bro.
well, the other one too, but he's too fucking forgetful.
That was beautiful. Did he shots fired? Did he? I mean, like,
No,
he just-
No,
it's
I
too late
didn't,
now.
but-
Don't
yeah,
fucking.
It's
You-
there.
No, see, you can't delay the shots fired. Like, you either hit it or you don't.
That's the one thing, because when I'm working with them, I work with all three of them throughout the week
Yes, I
for
make
my
sure.
3 to 11s, and they'll do the dishes. They'll do hey, you don't need to do all the dishes. I'll do some of the dishes and everything like that. End of the night, like the line's completely clean. Like I'm making sure
I'm
everything's
so interested in what Sunday looked like.
yeah, seriously.
We didn't have a dishwasher. And we had a banquet for 125 people at a wedding.
Oh, no.
You handled most of it.
Mr. Fire Extinguisher dealt with all the dishes.
I would assume.
I put them all away, though. So. But my whole thing is, like, I work with all three of them. And there's been times where it's been like, you know, Monday I have off, Tuesday I work, Wednesday I work, Thursday I work, Friday I'm off, Saturday I work morning or some shit like that.
At least they try to fucking break it up.
They only do the shit while I'm there. Once it's just one or two, it's well, I guess it's 10:30. I'm gonna go home.
No, it's
like, bitch, your shit ain't done. Like, because they have usually 3:30 to 4:30. They have an hour to do shit that our morning people didn't do on backups. So you have to cut a fillet of salmon and get some leaf lettuce. Got you.
Your breakfast cook is not filleting a fucking salmon.
Yeah,
Like that, right?
Just do what the fuck ever.
I would never ask them to do that.
Unless
the executive chef is there on breakfast, then okay, I expect you to fucking clean the salmon and do that shit.
Yeah.
Duly
And,
nice.
like, they're I'll fucking do this shit. I don't give a fuck. But
So you get
the whole
the
thing
duty
is, like,
hands.
in the morning time, like, they do, like, all the vegetable prep because that's what their shit is already there for omelets and skillets and shit like that. But from the nighttime, like, they just go, fuck it. We'll do it tomorrow. It's like, bitch, you don't have salmon. You didn't pull salmon to thaw. You don't have this.
Cleanest
and
kitchen
do
I
that.
ever worked in was one that had the cleaning service.
No.
You just had to, like, again, clean your equipment and then sweep. That was it. They did the floor in, like, detail. So, I mean, like, yeah, if you can pay somebody to do it, that's literally their job. Like, that's the floor guy. Like,
Yeah.
What do? I pressure wash the floor. What? No, what? Every night. That's just, I pressure wash floors.
I would honestly to be perfectly honest with you, the cleanest place that I ever worked in was the place where they demolished the floor.
I wouldn't even doubt it.
But they pressure washed that bitch at the end of the day.
All right, just on that note, like, did they have drains in the floor?
Oh, fuck it.
'Cause
The
let me-
big ones.
oh,
The big
yeah.
white ones.
Yep.
Like, they were, like, under every station. And then when they were done, you know what they did? They pulled the grate out and they wiped the porcelain. Like, you know the white porcelain that's in the floor? They wiped that shit fucking clean. And then, they ran the racks through dish and then put them back on the floor.
I have a pet peeve of dumbass punters running PVC through the fucking square opening, like through it, so that when you can't fucking pick it up, you know what I'm talking about? Drives me crazy. Anyway.
Yeah, the cleanest place I ever worked in was that fast food restaurant that I fucking hated.
It's not clean when it's operating, but damn if they don't get it clean at night, right?
When you walk in the fucking morning, like, you had to put the grill back together.
It's clean.
Everything was
Clean.
fucking clean. But you gotta fucking assemble every fucking thing. Alright, guys, I think that's gonna wrap this one up. This is Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. You guys want to do your thing?
Yeah, of course we do. As usual, guys, thank you for listening. You can find us on Facebook at
Team Fat Kid,
on Instagram at
Team Fat Kid Nation,
on Twitter,
at Team Fat Kid 1,
on YouTube.
Team Fat Kid.
I wasn't ready. I said I was. You can find us on Team Fat Kid Nation, www.teamfatkidnation for any of your knife and apparel needs. Don't forget, guys,
Stay hungry.
be creative.
And don't forget to sharpen your knives.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.